Ryan, how you going, mate?
Ryan, we've
yeah, definitely.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
All set to go?
It was you and Ray.
I think, maybe.
Yeah.
Going back
a...
But I think you guys were the furniture guy a couple of years ago.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely remember that one. Are we already on? Or? All set, Lee? All good. Welcome to the Deakin University Match of the Round. It is one sides undefeated in the Division 4 senior women's competition. A big game ahead this morning in perfect conditions, and straight off the bat we are joined by the Football Club in Lachlan Richardson. Lockie, great to have you on board. Big day, both sides undefeated and perfect conditions for a game of footy.
Mate, you can't this early in the year to come up with a day like this and versus a side like Bayswater, who are also undefeated. We've got in front of us, but it's an awesome opportunity for our girls who are learning a new system and getting that right so far. And we know Bayswater have been this division and they are that team again. So really excited for the opportunity ahead.
Yeah, certainly, and obviously come away with wins and in some really good form, and Bayswater in a similar position. How have you seen the first, the first 4 weeks of the season and how this game looks like the side's in really good shape? You got some new faces as well. The numbers look good, but how have you personally seen it?
Yeah. So in terms of how I've seen it, with new one, Turner South would be a really good team again this year, as they challenged in finals again and came up short against Fairmont. But going to be a really challenge for us. We also know Bayswater today going to be a really big challenge for us. But it's interesting. There's no easy games.
Yeah.
Especially early in the year when you out, and especially as a coaching group trying to pull levers and make sure we let them play out and give them the best opportunity to. As a team, the girls have really responded to our system and they've really stepped up their communication out. We knew our focus this year. We wanted to be a team that wins contest, that tries to win contest, and we've added a few things to our offense and our defense and the way we set up at stoppage. It's challenged some teams so far, but we've been challenged in a really strong way in the first 3 games. So we had Fair Park round 1. They're a really hot contested team. You know, they haven't a win yet, but I can see that they're coming and
Yep.
They're definitely gonna challenge sides. And they were sort of a few players down, so we don't really sort of take that. We take that as a grain of salt, and we know we've got them again, and that'll be another good challenge. They just beat. They're doing some good stuff there. We know Baronia's also going to be in the mix with us and with Bayswater and One Turner as well. And that the way that they play, they go about it in a really good way. Just the way they represent our game and women's football and we've had the opportunity to film our games this year, which has been really good for a coaching group to be able to review. And when I looked back, we got out coached a couple of times.
There you go.
But it's good to have that humility and go, you know what, we'll cop that on the chin and we'll players credit. They played really well and did a good job there as well. So yeah.
And then obviously with some of the side, had quite a few come through from the juniors and Warrandyte, and we've looked at across all the senior women's competitions and divisions. A lot of the sides who are doing quite well at the moment have to senior football. Has that been a big priority at the club over the last couple of years? And just looking at some of the names, Ava Radl's come from the junior program and has had a fantastic start to the season. But has that been a big priority over at least your time here?
Yeah, massive priority. I'd like to say we probably could have done a little bit better in the past couple of years, but this year certainly we've acknowledged how impressive our junior program is. They're with the YJFL at the minute, but they're going to be moving to the EFNL next year. Dale Vittery's the coach there, and Trent, who's our ops guy now, was also a coach in the past, and they've done an absolute superb job with our junior women. As you mentioned, a couple of names there, AJ a full forward, really silky skills. I feel like the way that they've been coached is just been outstanding, and they're so coachable. Today she gets time as well. She has elite speed. She just loves winning the footy, and she looks for teammates pretty quickly and for first give and that sort of thing. We had one training session all together as a big group this year, just to make that really good thing. And because of that, the product of that is we get to pull a few juniors up to play today. She's kicked a couple of goals. She'll go in the midfield. She's a really, really silky player. Soraya. You're going to see, she's starting on the bench today, but you're going to see her come out and you're going to go, yep, wow. She's fantastic. Up today. Yeah, so, to summarise, our junior program's really strong, and we're putting a huge emphasis on making that transition as seamless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's something we talked about throughout the week with our coaching group. There's certainly an emphasis. Consistent message today is we want to stick to our structure and our system and trust our and to finish the game really strongly today. That being said, we know there's some levers and some things that we're going to need to pull at certain times. Last week in their final, and I know they were undermanned and didn't quite get the job done to get themselves in the grand final. We get to the ball first, so the message has been pretty clear in the sense that we want to work to our system.
I know you're busy and you've got to run in a second, but just one more as well, because you've played Bayswater a couple of times last year, and they had some they had a from last year's results to prepare for this game, or is it almost a bit of a new slate, new season, and there's a good chance you might play him a couple
with a new strategy and a new system for our team, and we've also got a lot of new players. So for us, we feel like we're a new team.
Yep.
And we know that's the same. So it just feels like it's a clean slate. Like 2026 is a year that it can be anything and it can be everything. And if we stick to our system. Always going to go our way in games, and it's we're not always going to see the results that we want, but we know that if we keep being committed ourselves every chance in all the games that we play.
Absolutely. We're really looking forward to seeing how Warrandyte go today. Perfect conditions. Thanks for joining us.
Really excited about it.
Beautiful. Thanks there. Lockie Richardson, the senior coach of the Warrandyte Senior Women's Football Club, has done a fantastic job with Joined in just a moment by the Bayswater senior coach in Matt Chapman. And Chappie, great to have you on board. Another big game. Leading into this one.
Yeah, very close. The whole competition seems, you know, especially the top four.
Yep.
Seem really, really close. Like. Really impressed with them, like how they were last year to this year. On the scorecard, it looks like Warrandyte's done the same.
Yep.
Rather than rock up thinking, oh yeah, we've got this done,
yep.
10 goals or whatever. But yeah, no, this year it's all a mixed bag. Good.
One thing we just chatted with Lockie about was a lot of these sides, and you mentioned Bronya, and they've obviously added a lot more depth, and a lot of sides in a away season. Can you take much from or learnings from that season last year, or is it almost a bit more of a clean slate because there are so many sides with
I'm a different coach from last year where I'm not so focused on trying to and working from there. So I'm not so greedy on the win, if that
yep.
makes sense, yeah. Yeah, well, conversion rate, that'd be good. Last week we kicked 418 or something like that. So, and everyone going, give him goal kicking practice. We do it. Well, our backs are strong. Our forwards, you know, we're only 4 games into it, like a half a different side. So. Yeah, I'm thinking the second half of the year is going to be a lot better than, you know, the learning curve now.
Is that a? I know obviously you'd love to kick with White, and Stone had a great game last week. It looks like it's a very strong midfield group, and it looks like you're getting plenty of entries, which is a big.
And we've got a lot of injuries.
Yep.
We're finishing off with 15 on the ground 2
yep.
weeks in a row. So that doesn't help. And if we can get rotations happening and they can get,
yep.
you know, we're just going to get stronger that way. So pretty much after our bye, we should.
Against a really good side in Warrandyte as well. I mean, how much do the girls lift for, you know, these big games against sides that are right there?
They seem pumped. They seem ready to go. But I suppose in a couple of minutes we're going to learn the fate, aren't we? But awesome.
We love seeing what Bayswater play, and we're looking forward to it again today. All the best for you, Chappie, and hopefully for your sake, another win. And has led them to the last couple of final series, played off in a grand final 2 years ago, a final series last year. Their way out onto the field out here at Warrandyte Reserve. Fantastic conditions, Oscar. It's a beautiful day out here. You've played some footy.
Not too great. But, nah, it's great conditions out here. Blue skies, not much cloud either.
Catch all the action of a big senior women's clash between the two sides, and we've got Warrandyte bullying going on this morning already, so we will keep you updated across the day on what's happening around the grounds. If you're there at 8:40 a.m, so we'll keep you updated on that score. Baldwin have jumped Knox in the early stages of we said, and in hearing from both coaches, have been challenged by what we think are probably more of the 3 or 4 bottom sides of this division. And
so far, you look at the scores, both teams have posted big margins in their first couple of games, so it'll be interesting to see how.
Kate Green out there on the boundary today, making her way across the field here at Warrandyte Reserve. Kate, obviously conditions, it looks perfect out there. How's the wind? What's the feeling down?
At the moment, there's no wind, and I'm looking forward to seeing 2 really
go for the game here. But Kate, who have you tipped on this occasion? Both sides 3-0 entering this game.
never change my tips.
There you go.
I honour my tips that I've put out there.
So Bayswater for you, Kate. Oscar, your
I'll have to go Warrandyte for this one. I think they've got great depth in their lineup. They've got a great program, as Lockie was talking about with us earlier.
Conclusions here have really added a bit of depth, as you said. Bayswater, unfortunately, they've got a couple of players that'd love to get back into the side as out here at Warrandyte Reserve, and of course the senior men's match of the round later today on EFNL Facebook and YouTube. The senior men's competition there, 5-0 going into that one, so a big afternoon there. But for the moment, it's
%, and as you mentioned as well, Bayswater, they're always up there in the top, and they always almost play finals every year. They've got great depth as well, but Warrandyte and some of their inclusions into this match, as you talked about before, and Lockie was talking about before pre-game, and what Trent Ferguson's done as well with the juniors, and their program here is fantastic at Warrandyte.
Yeah, it's certainly been key. As looks like we're still waiting for the umpires to come out, so we might be maybe a couple of minutes running behind.
They're finishing their coffees.
Yeah, it looks like are they on their way out now?
Not that I can see.
No sign
Sorry,
of them,
guys.
so players have got a bit longer to wait before they run out. In this round in Division 4 today, the Devils take on Fair Park, so a good opportunity for one of these sides to get a win. They're the only 2 sides yet to win in this division, so we'll keep you updated on that result. That one being playing out at Mulgrave Reserve this morning. The other game, Wanturna South taking on Baronia Gold. Big test there for the Hawks to see really how much their depth has improved. They take on what is certainly one of the benchmark sides of this division. But for Bayswater, who are on the screen at the moment. If you're watching home on YouTube, I think their key for them is that midfield group, because when you look at the talent of, Jenna White, if Katie Cameron runs through the middle, Tori Stone's been fantastic. I mean, these are the players that I think are really, really going to be key for the Bayswater lineup if they're to win today.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's a game that's going to be won in that midfield, 100%. It's going to be a big contest early. It'll be interesting to see what team wants it more in that midfield. And as you said as well, Jenna White in there as well. It's going to be really interesting to see.
Gentlemen, the umpires are now coming on to the field. I think they're the same umpires we had for the under-19s game, possibly.
It is the, as well for the umpires, it's mates round, they call it. So for the most part, they usually team up with a mate to umpire their game on the weekend, and then they have I think a function on a Saturday night, on tonight. So I'm assuming these two are mates, as we see the captains come towards the middle of the ground to get ready to go for this one. As we said, conditions pretty perfect out here. Not too much wind as to speak at the moment, so don't think there'll be too much of an advantage either way, as Bayswater Molly Davies wins the toss, and we'll be kicking to your right side of the screen today in this first term.
So the Warrandyte shops.
The Warrandyte shops.
And we got the tennis
courts down
the
the left hand. Now, where's the grand from here? I always get told about the grand.
Directly over here, off on Main Street, but it's going to be a really interesting contest. We're almost ready to get underway here. See Bayswater finishing their preparations up, and Lachlan Richardson said before as well, they've been the benchmark, so it'll be interesting to see how they go coming up against the top side like Bayswater, but great depth for Warrandyte, as we said, this season, so great contest ahead.
They've actually made some really strategic inclusions with their under 18 youth girls that play in the Yarra League, and those girls have actually got a permission to play. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they perform at senior women's level.
They've certainly been able to add some depth to this lineup as we're ready to go for the first bounce here out at Warrandyte Reserve. Bayswater taking on Warrandyte. Both sides undefeated. The tap down was won by Barnes for Bayswater. Ball comes back. Handball up in the air there from the Bloods. Tracking that one is White. Kept it in front of herself. Picked up this time by Stone. Her kick was affected by the smother. We'll get another ball up back in the middle of the ground here. So Barnes and Greenhill. Greenhill wins the tap down. Sock it up to herself there. Was Stone. And now chance for Warrandyte through McDonald. Kicking towards a bit of a space. Right in front of us, broadcast side on the wing. Trapped nicely was Newman. Handball from McCormack. Back to McDonald. And they've done this well now through the middle of the ground. Towards half forward, the mark is taken. Eden Caruthers puts this one inside 50, and they get a nice mark here by Heidi Pinder, who plays on looking to pass this one off. Bouncing footy. They've done this okay. Ball back to Rostron. Towards the pocket. Tap this one forward. They've managed to keep this alive. Ball going nowhere now. In the pocket of Warrandyte's forward 50. Big chance to start with the first of the afternoon. White. Handball back. It's Davies off to Callow. Her kick affected. The goal square there, just a high kick into a bit of space, but it's all Warrandyte numbers. Falls into the lap of McCormack, who puts this into a dangerous spot here. And holding the ball free kick, so Bayswater have managed to survive.
chance for Bayswater to exit. Good mark taken by Stone. Moving it up the line. Spiralling kick. Outside defensive 50. Was tackled by Greenhill. Ball locked into that contest. Greenhill trying to pick it up. Stone back around it again for Bayswater. Now the handball coming. Tried to find power. Back into the pack. Able to get the kick out of the contest. Locked in. We'll have a ball up inside the centre square. 3 minutes gone in the first term. Quick handball from White. Umpire blows the whistle. Free kick Bayswater.
For high.
Jenna White able to find a mark in Barnes. Wants to find the option short. Came off the boot slightly wrong. Warrandyte able to intercept it. Handball Donald able to wheel around. Got Rostron. Looks inside 50. Couldn't quite find Carruthers. Ball wrapped up.
Both coaches are calling to their respective teams just to communicate more.
Quick tap down. McDonald was around the contest. Able to get the handball out. Put onto the boot from Meg Callow. The goal square. Able to intercept it. Here's Burns. And Bayswater. Again. Davies. Wrapped up in that tackle. Have another ball up. We get the tap down. And long ball through the middle of the ground. Bayswater, chance to move this forward. Great tackle there by Craggs. She'll get the free kick. Goes with the handball. Like looking to move this up the line. Whistle. Looks like there's a player down.
The Bloods will be pretty happy with this start to the game, though. They've certainly been doing most of the attacking the first 5 minutes.
They've gotten good use of the ball early.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's going to come back to Craggs. Hopefully Kate Green will be able to give us an update soon on that injury.
Absolutely.
Just having a quick stop in play. Craggs into the pack, and a good mark by Taya Davies.
Great hands.
Pretty dangerous with a left foot, I've heard as well. Goes inside 50. Comes off hands of Carruthers. Move back up the line. Tackled. Ball comes out. Able to collect is Stone. Trying to gain some territory. And now they get a chance forward through Cox. Inside forward 50. Rolling ball to the goal square. It might go through. It has. Yeah. First goal of the game.
What a wicked bounce. Going for the minus goal line and then bounce back for a major.
Georgia Cox. So the 2025 EFNL Best and Fairest. Came fourth in the best.
You'd say in the first 7 minutes, they haven't had too many opportunities themselves, where Warrandyte have pushed forward quite a few times. But they get the first one, which will be pretty key for them They might settle themselves into this contest as well, as we're back in the middle again. Warrandyte want the quick clearance. Tried to get that out to McDonald. Comes back out through now White. White got off to Cameron. Cameron inside 50 here for Bayswater. Clearing the pack of players. Out the back is Garwoli. Under a lot of pressure. There's Cox again to kick the last goal. This time she gives away the free kick. And Garwoli, one of the more experienced players for Warrandyte, will now move this one out of defence. Trying to find her teammate. They managed to keep this one in. Landy's there. She's able to pick it up. Got the handball off to Rossran. Down the line it goes, and that's out of bounds on the full. So free kick here to Bayswater.
Just quickly, number 21 for Warrandyte, Taya Davies. She's just come off for a quick assessment by the sports trainer, and I'll give you a further update on the previous Warrandyte player in a few minutes.
Thank you. As Bayswater push towards the half-forward line. Ball's going to be held up here. So 8 minutes into this first term, Bayswater 1 straight 6 to Warrandyte. No score. They were under the pump early in the first 5 to 6 minutes with Bayswater, but they're just starting to get their game rolling a bit. Tap down again, won by Bayswater at the back. Ball comes back out towards goal. Rolls out of bounds. It'll be a Warrandyte kick.
Just a quick update for you. Number 7, Callaway, Meg for Warrandyte. She continues to be under further trainer assessment.
So McDonald moves up the line, ball close to that boundary line, so have a ball up. And Bayswater.
I don't know if I'm seeing things, but our two umpires look very, very similar to each other, possibly brothers or twins.
So we'll have a ball up once again on that outer side. Bayswater leading by 6, you can see on the scoreboard there. Warrandyte yet to score, but they have had most of the possession so far. Bayswater able to capitalise on that opportunity before going forward with Cox. In the contest, Hinson. In the end, wrapped up, it'll be another stoppage on the far wing.
You can understand why both these teams are where they are on the ladder, because defensive and attacking wise, they're very evenly matched.
So we'll get a ball up on that far side. Picked up cleanly there by Hinson. Tracking this one is Cameron. Across the line it goes again. Got an update out at Baldwin Park today, an early start for them. Baldwin defeated Knox in Division 1, 72-26. So the Tigers remain undefeated. As we get another ball up again. There's one down that time by Barnes. Cameron bursting through off the right boot, bouncing ball towards the half-forward line. Socket off the ground here for Warrandyte, back in towards the middle of the ground. White chasing this for Bayswater. She's able to pick it up nicely off the left boot now towards centre half forward. Picked off here by Warrandyte. The inset mark taken, and Martorella. There's one player that was mentioned by Lockie at the start, who's had a great impact so far this season from the Warrandyte youth girls. So we'll get a ball up once again on that far side of the ground. Almost 11 and a half minutes played in this first term in the Deakin University match of the round. Thanks for joining us on EFNL Facebook and YouTube. And free kicks here being called to Warrandyte. So they have their opportunity here just to get something going. The kick, though, just off the side of the boot. It manages to stay in, socket off the ground. And a big tackle applied. Not rewarded, but we'll get another stoppage.
Number 19, Barnes for Bayswater. She has been in just about every tackle or contest that we've had so far this quarter.
Moved up the line. Bounce doesn't favour it. Chasing it is Landy. So another stoppage just inside that centre square as it's put back up. Wrapped in again. On this occasion, Cameron. So put up once again by the umpire. Landy trying to move this out. Swings around on the boot, putting it forward. Rolling ball. Able to sit in the end for Young. Gets it back off to Young. On the left towards goal. How's that bounce? It's done it again. Warrandyte have their first. 13 minutes in. And scores are tied up.
Yeah, it was a great passage of play there, and again involved Ava Radel, and you can just sort of see the skill that some of these players who have come up from the junior level. That was pretty classy handball and a good response to them after Bayswater kicked the last one. But both sides have had their opportunities in the opening 13 minutes, and just see when they get on top, Warrandyte do look quite good with their ball movement and transition. So we're going to be back in the middle in just a moment as that ball comes back from the goal square, as both sides sit 1 straight 6 apiece. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube.
Just a quick update from the Warrandyte bench. Number 7, Meg Calloway, will not be returning to the game. She's being referred to have further assessment.
Meg Callow, that's a big loss for Warrandyte as we're back in the middle again. Trying to get a handball chain linked up. Turned it over now, White for Bayswater. Put it up towards centre half forward. Warrandyte with plenty of numbers behind this one. Constable involved again. Chasing this first. Able to pick it up cleanly is Landy, who's been very good, and they've got players out in the midfield. This kick towards the half forward line. Big ball to be won. It eluded Hinson, as this ball comes forward now through Davies. And we'll get another ball up just outside the forward 50 here for Warrandyte. 14.5 minutes gone first term. We're 1 straight 6 apiece. Tap down 1 by Warrandyte. The kick was smothered. Garwoli involved again. Off the ground here for Bayswater. Davies and Rostron. And we're going to get yet another stoppage. Just on the line, the forward 50 arc here. Tap down 1 by Warrandyte through Greenhill. And a holding free kick here going the way of Bayswater. So the kick will be taken by Tilly Hinson. It's come across from Wanturna South, Oscar.
Certainly has another strong side, Wanturna South. Plays on. Big kick into that midfield. Bounce didn't go the intended way. So ball locked in.
Bayswater can't afford to leave any Warrandyte player loose. They need to stay on their opposition number.
Up to get the handball over the top. Out there is Jess Young. Tap to advantage. Back to Young. There's a 3-on-1. Able to get the ball out in the direction of Johns. Puts it on the boot. Through the middle of the ground, bouncing ball over the top. Able to pick it up is Vidariddi. Moving the ball forward. Here's an opportunity. Rattle. Goes short. Ran into trouble. McDonald gets it back off. Rattle over the top. Fades away for a minor.
How about the clean pickup, the one-handed pickup there from Ava Radel? You can see why she's kicked 8 goals already this season.
The
and
skills are there, there's no doubt about that.
Very classy players. That moves Warrandyte ahead, 1-1, 7-1, straight 6 Bayswater. The kicking will be taken by Burns. Out of their back line, it's Landy again here for Warrandyte. Handball forward. Here they go again underneath this one. Mark was dropped by Davies, kept it in front of her, kicked it off the ground, fell into the hands of Greenhill, who finds an open target, and the mark is taken inside 50 here for Warrandyte. Then they are a chance from here.
Davies for Warrandyte's kicking.
So Davies will back herself in. She's fair way out, 30, 35, 40 metres maybe, Oscar, from here. Bit of an angle, so it'll be a tough kick.
She's got a big kick on the left, so watch out for that here.
Well, here we go. She'll line up looking for Warrandyte's second. Pretty good attempt off the boots. Just going to fall short. Almost a mark taken. Ava Radel again involved. This time she's wrapped up. And we'll get a ball up right in front of the Warrandyte goals. 17.5 minutes gone in this first term. Big opportunity here to get their second and give themselves a bit of a lead going into the quarter time break.
Warrandyte leading by 1. 2 minutes left on that scoreboard. Rolling ball doesn't sit for Davies. Wrapped in that contest once again inside Warrandyte's forward line.
Again, Bayswater getting drawn into the actual contest and leaving too many Warrandyte players free. That's where Warrandyte's getting this entry consistently into their forward 50. Bayswater can't afford to leave any player loose.
Moves up the line into that pack. Minute 30 left. Can Bayswater clear this footy? Comes down to Harrison. How to get it over the top. Too many Warrandyte players around the contest. Able to lock that back in. And it's going to be a free kick in the way of Constable. Chelsea Constable on that outer side. Looking for Davies, can't quite find it. Able to move this one. Kicked it into the back of her head. As the ball comes back, unlucky. Harrison.
Called friendly fire.
Moved through the middle of the ground. Can't collect. Molly Davies for Bayswater. Still around that contest. Higgins. Bamford around it as well. Umpire will put it back up with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Warrandyte leading 1-1-7 to Bayswater, 1 straight 6. Moved up the line, they have to be quick. Comes back out. Vaughan. Near the Warrandyte bench. Siren beats them. Quarter time here at Warrandyte Reserve for your Deakin Uni match of the round. Warrandyte leading 1-1-7 to Bayswater, 1 straight 6. We'll be back for the second quarter.
Welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round. Warrandyte taking on Bayswater at Warrandyte Reserve. Quarter time here in the Bloods lead 1-1-7 to Bayswater 1 straight 6. Just for those watching on at YouTube, a couple of connection issues, so we might have a bit of a lag on the YouTube stream, but we will have a re-uploaded game, full game after this anyway, if you want to make sure to check that out later today. Jumping back into this game, pretty even contest so far. It's currently just 1 point in it. Warrandyte dominated that first probably 5-6 minutes, but a goal against the flow of play for Bayswater, Oscar, really helped them, and I think after that they sort of eased their way back in the game.
I think Warrandyte were pretty dominant through that whole quarter. They had better ball movement, better inside 50 entries, but as you see on the scoreboard, Bayswater were able to take that opportunity they had going forward and get that goal through Georgia Cox. So it is a pretty even contest out there, though.
Yeah, it certainly is. We've got some scores from around the grounds today at the moment. Churnside Park looking for their first win of the season. They've jumped out of the blocks 4-4-28 to Vermont Gold 1 straight 6 at quarter time there. Ferntree Gully lead Coldstream 2-1-13 to 2 behinds. As we mentioned, Baldwin defeated Knox to remain undefeated in an earlier start this morning. Baronia Park Orchards, currently the Sharks lead 8-4. Vermont leading Whitehorse 28-1, looking to bounce back and get back on the winners list in that contest there. In Division 1, it is that final score at 72-27 Baldwin to Knox. The other two games being played this morning. We'll find out the results on that one hopefully quite soon. Division 2, of course, one game already played on Good Friday, which was the Roval-Kilsyth game. So just the 3 games to be played today. Blackburn, big lead against Waverley Blues at quarter time. They lead 28-0. And Beaconsfield lead Park Orchards Red 15-6. Heathmont Montrose, the other game, out at H.E. Parker Reserve. No scores updated just yet, but that's what we've got around the grounds as we get ready for this second term. We're going to hear from one of the coaches in just a moment and get their thoughts on the first term out here at Warrandyte Reserve. Been a really interesting contest, as we said, both sides undefeated going to this one. And we'll head down to the boundary in just a moment to hear from one of the coaches. We've got Lachlan Richardson down there with Kate Green. Kate, take us underway.
Lachlan, really interesting quarter time chat with the girls. You mentioned that they settled well, that their intensity has been fantastic that quarter. Their centre bounce and stoppages, you were really pleased with that. You spoke about areas moving forward where you want the girls to generate more scores and more ball quick movement. Do you want to expand on that?
Yeah. We love the way that Bayswater defend, and it's important as a coach to really admire and respect an opposition and the way they go about things. We know that they're a smart football team and that they communicate really well on the ground. So if we give them time to set up, they're going to set up really well behind the ball. And so as much as possible, if we can be working the ball across the ground quickly with quick ball movement, we know we're going to really challenge them. If we can move with speed, we're giving them less time to set up behind the footy.
Thanks very much, Lockie. We've seen that already this that first quarter. All the best for the rest of the game, mate.
Thanks, Katie. Thank you very much.
Thanks there to Lockie Richardson. Fantastic. Great with his time, and certainly good to have him on board today. There's the ball moved forward here for Bayswater. Barker sends this one into attack. Looking there for a target in Stone. Wraps up Garwali. She's able to get it off in time. Ball comes back out. Barnes chasing this one first here for Bayswater. She kicks it backwards, and it's now Warrandyte. They might be able to set up off this. They've moved this down the line quite nicely. Now they're going to go inside 50. Can they get another mark? It's bouncing forward. Who's going to get there first? Ava Radel. She was able to pick it up nicely off the right boot, and she has put through her first and her 9th for the season. And one-on-one, if you can get her out the back like that, you know she's going to be able to finish off, and that's it. Goal number 9 for the season, so fantastic job from her, and that moves Warrandyte to 2-1-13 to Bayswater 1 straight 6.
It was great ball movement again from Warrandyte, then the composure from Rattle to kick that one.
Again, with what Lockie just said at that interview, getting the girls to generate movement of the ball very quickly, and it also helps that Bayswater are still leaving loose Warrandyte players.
Ball rolling in the direction of Vitoriti. She's tackled by Reed. So it's going to go the way of Bayswater here.
Number 32 for Bayswater, Evie Branford. Actually, he's just swapped over to Jenna White.
White inside 50. Falls at the back. Able to get the handball away. Trying to clear this out, Warrandyte. Not quite able to do so. Close to the boundary. Still a chance to move forward. Near the square. Was looking for Cox, who was down there again, but it's gone through for a behind there. So Warrandyte, 2-1-13 to Bayswater. 1-1-7 here, 3 minutes in.
So we'll get the kick in here for Warrandyte, leading this game by 1 straight 6. 3.5 minutes into this second term. They'll kick it towards the middle of the ground. Bouncing ball. Big one to be won. And it's won by Warrandyte. They can pick this one up cleanly. They do now. The handball off to Vitoriti, who puts it towards half forward. Just through the hands of Pinder. It's Ava Radel again. Handball over the top. Was to Newman. Involved again. There was Pinder. Back to Truella. Her kick was smothered. Still in possession of the footy here, this time through Vitoriti, who's wrapped up in the half-forward line as the Bayswater player down behind play, which will just hold things up for the moment. Almost 4 minutes into this second term. 2-1-13 to 1-1-7. Thanks for joining us on EFNL YouTube or EFNL Facebook today for the big clash between the two sides. Both sides undefeated into this one, and at the moment, Warrandyte have looked quite good in the opening quarter and a bit, and their service been great here too, Oscar.
100%.
Egg and bacon rolls in front of us. Fantastic.
Where's mine?
Yeah, we've got one here for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So we just have things held up for the moment before we're ready to go again. That's Gouchy Fraser coming off the ground for Bayswater. But a big moment here for the Waters, just to be able to settle things down as we're deep inside Warrandyte's forward 50, and if they can get a couple of goals up, it will really start to swing the momentum in their favour going forward. 5 minutes into this second term as Gouchy Fraser comes off the field.
Again, Bayswater's leaving loose Warrandyte players, and Warrandyte's making them pay for that and pay for it on the scoreboard. Bayswater's got to stop doing that. They've got to stick with their players and just try and find a way of getting the ball back into their forward 50.
Play to resume inside forward 50 here for Warrandyte. Cameron involved. The tackle applied there from Landy. And we'll get another ball up just outside that forward 50 arc. Good little crowd building in today. Tap down one by Greenhill. Landy over the top. Tapping it forward now, out of defence here, Bayswater. Handball out from Vitoriti. Picked up nicely by McDonald, got the hands off. Now a kick inside 50. White chasing, trying to trap that one. Involved again is White. Her handball cut off this time by Pinder. Clearing kick here for Bayswater, back in towards the middle of the ground. Picked up by Greenhill. Wrapped up in the tackle again, and we'll get another ball up back in the middle. 6 minutes gone second term. Warrandyte 2-1-13. Bayswater 1-1-7.
Put back up by the umpire. Bayswater able to get the tap. Handball over the top. Intercepted by White. Locked in there is Rostrom. Another stoppage in that centre square. And up in the ruck, Greenhill. And now running through the middle, Cameron. Ball comes over the top. out there at the back. Georgia Cox again, set upon by Canty. Warrandyte able to clear it. Rolling ball towards the boundary line will go out of play. So, last disposal will go the way of Bayswater. Tara Johns. High ball into the pack. Falls at the back. Able to take it out is Bamford. Vidaritti's down there once again. Free kick, Warrandyte. Out of defensive 50. Close to the boundary line again, will go out of play.
I was surprised that wasn't a ball up, seeing that both players went down.
So Bayswater right in front of us, broadcast side, bring this forward to centre half forward. Came through hands. Tap forward here for the Bloods, and I've got plenty of runners onto this one. A handball forward, picked up nicely by Landy, went back to Truella. Now inside 50, just about. Radle's there, out the back is Newman. Got the handball back to Radle, off the right boot. This one will stay right, just a minor score. Moving Warrandyte to 2-2-14. Bayswater 1-1-7. A quick transition again from the back line, which has been a common trend as Bayswater to take the kick in now, and they're going to look to go onto that towards that far side from Bamford, and the kick is turned over, and Madison Truella takes the mark, and can put this towards the top of the square. Might just go all the way if it can. Picked up nicely. Eden Carruthers, her kick was smothered. Still not out of it just yet. Bayswater might come back. Umpire getting in the way in that one. Ball falls back out to Pinder. Wrapped up by two Bayswater players, and we'll get a ball up inside 50. But right where the Bloods want it. Couple of opportunities there, but there's still a chance here to score. As Truella, the wind's down the tap down. Landy involved again, chasing this one. Radle's involved. Goes Cameron to White. White's kick out has been pinged for holding the ball for a throw. So the ball is going to come back. And now a set shot chance here for the Bloods. And Landy, who's been very good in this opening half, looked like she might look to pass it off, but still deciding as she puts this one forward. Good looking kick. If it holds its line, it's hit the post. So just a minor score for Warrandyte. That moves them to 2-3-15 to 1-1-7 Bayswater. 9.5 minutes gone, Oscar.
Wanting to move this quickly from full back. Intercepted. Maybe an opportunity now for Warrandyte. Put on the boot. Goes away to the left-hand side.
That was
score.
That was McDonald. Just quickly, as Lockie indicated, he wanted his wings to keep the play wide, and this is what is helping Warrandyte be so strong in getting the ball to their forward 50.
Tilly Hinson goes long. McCormack. Vidaritti sets it up into the goal square, or just in the pocket. Good opportunity on goal for Ava Rattle. Ten minutes and 37 gone in the second term. On the angle. Rattle makes no mistake. Warrandyte increase their lead, 3-4-22. Leading Bayswater at the minute.
So well and truly in control of this game, and particularly in the last 5 or 6 minutes of this contest. And our first look at both sides today, and you can certainly see why Warrandyte have come into this game undefeated, and the way they're playing, their ball movement has been outstanding, and Ava Radel has just been such a key figure in that forward line. And again, she's been able to put through another goals. We're back in the middle. We'll get a ball up here, tap forward here for the Bloods. Now it's Garwali off the left boot. Bouncing towards half forward. Landy involved again, being good, got the hands off. Now they're linking up, looking to put another one on the board. Under a bit of pressure is this back six for Bayswater. Ava Radel again picked up cleanly off the right boot, can put through 2 in a minute. And she makes no mistake. She's having another day out. Goal number 3 for her, and Warrandyte moved to 4-4-28. Bayswater 1-1-7, and already making a big statement early.
Ava Ruddle from the youth girls last year, come up now and dominating in that forward line.
I'd have to say that for this game, it's a mixture of the experience and the tenacity and skill of the youth, Warrandyte youth girls that have come up.
With a great program. Holding the ball, paid. It's going to go the way of Bayswater. Looks to move it quickly with the handball through Hinson. Inside forward 50, able to find a mark in Stone. Looking to pass it off. Sets it up. Top of the square. Who's under it? Couldn't quite mark. Was looking for Ebony Barker. Ball comes out. Able to get the handball. Tried to put it back onto the boot. Stone around that contest again. Ball fell out. Chance now for Cox. It's going to hit the outer post. Oh, play on maybe. Through the legs. Once again, Stone. Intercepted. Warrandyte can now exit and clear their lines. Socked. Hinson sends it back inside for Bayswater. Handball around to Power. Calls for holding the ball. Kicked off the ground. Garwoli. Landy. Warrandyte with some good footy moving it forward again. Ball sits for Harrison. Burns. Sends it up the line. Landy around the contest again. Handball over the top. Trying to come away with it is Pinder. Then send forward, intercepted. Now they can take their time. Ekins. Wayward kick.
Definitely off the side of the boot, that one.
So we'll go the way of Ava Ruddle. Already got a couple. Sends it inside 50. Clearing it through Burns. Couldn't quite take the mark, Molly Davies. Cameron around the footy. Hooks it on the boot. Garwoli set underneath it. Sends it back inside. Finds the option inside forward 50. Natalie McDonald. 15 minutes gone. 4-4-28 to Bayswater. 1-1-7. And maybe an opportunity to increase the lead. She's been around the contest all day, McDonald. Called to play on. Goes short, looking for Davies. Following it up is Vitariti. Davies stuck in the pocket. White around the contest. Bayswater. Exit, not as far as Garwoli. Takes her time. Sets it up in the pocket. All on her own. Taya Davies. 16 minutes gone. Davies looking to bring it in back short to Garwoli. Nobody marking it.
Again, Warrandyte is making Bayswater pay for not having the, not sticking with their opposition, and Warrandyte is getting success on the board for that.
So, Alice Garwoli came 6th in the best and fairest last year. Just a minor score on this occasion.
Been very good today as Garwoli has We approach the 17th minute mark of this second term. Been all Warrandyte this quarter, 4-5-29 to 1-1-7 Bayswater. Having a bit of trouble clearing this out of their back half. This ball trapped towards the line, kept alive. That time by Ramsdale. Pressure there. 2 Warrandyte players making the tackle. Right in front. Right next to the scoreboard. So we approach the final 3 minutes of the game. We get a ball up just on the arc of the forward line here. Free kick's been paid, the high free kick, and it's going the way of Bayswater. So they'll be able to just get something going, maybe slow things down at the moment as they look to get out of their back half. Spent a lot of time in this half, on this quarter, should I say, in this part of the ground. That kick off the side of the boot there for Warrandyte by Rostron, as Bayswater again will have a moment just to calm things down. Looking for Stone here, slipped through their hands, and now it's Landy again, and she's off inside 50, almost a mark taken. Radels around this one as well. White picked up this time by Davies. Her kick still in play here. Ava Radel looking to make something out of it. We'll get our ball up, but still inside forward 50 here for Warrandyte. We're 18 minutes gone in this second term. They'd love to get one more on the board and really make this a hard lead to come back from. Bayswater just want to hold on and get to half-time without conceding another one. Kept alive here. Tilly Heinsohn was held without it. She'll earn herself a free kick, and with a minute and a half to go, I don't know if they're going to be able to score themselves, but if they can just get out of this back half, the kick towards the half back line, fell through the hands of Garwally, and now Landy storming towards goal. Got players out, the mark almost taken. White now comes in. There's Heidi Pinder who almost grabbed that one, as we're right in front of the Warrandyte goals. Still searching for goal number 5. Tap down one here by Bayswater. They look to clear it through, not getting through that tackle. And we'll get another ball up. Oscar, we've got less than a minute to go. Warrandyte certainly still a big opportunity here for another one, but Bayswater just got to be able to hold on and clear it out of their back half.
Tried to run away with the footy there.
Yep.
Umpire's going to bring it back.
Just quickly.
Oh, so it's a Warrandyte free kick, actually. It's actually going the way of McDonald. So McDonald here will have a set shot on goal, which is the last thing Bayswater wanted.
So 30 seconds left on the clock. Another chance on goal. Looks pretty good.
Hit the pole.
The crowd was just about to get up.
Just quickly, gentlemen, the combination of number 3, Garoli, and number 6, Landy from Warrandyte have been the most dangerous for Bayswater this quarter.
Half time here, it's Warrandyte 4-6-30 leading Bayswater 1-1-7. Well and truly in control after a dominant second term. We're going to take a break here, and then we're going to be back for the second half action in the Deakin University match of the round. Welcome back to the Deakin University Senior Women's Match of the Round. Bayswater taking on Warrandyte out here at Warrandyte Reserve. And the Bloods, very big second quarter. They got out to a handy 23-point lead, 4-6-30 to 1-1-7. In control of this game after a 3-0 goal quarter there in the second term, Oscar. And as Warrandyte still yet to make their way back out onto the field, but we'll keep an eye on that in just a moment. Probably the most dominant player on the ground so far, and they've had a few Warrandyte. Landy's been very good, but I think Ava Riddell, I believe is how we pronounce it.
Riddell.
We've been on the phone trying to work out the pronunciation of this name, and we wanted to get it right because she's been unbelievably good today.
She's been everywhere. We might even have to get an interview at the end and try and figure out how the pronunciation is.
Gentlemen, I did say Riddell.
You did, Kate. Well, I think we've figured out that you might be right, but we'll find out at some stage, hopefully.
Check
today.
with Lockie down there if you can. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Once they're back out, they're still yet to come out on the field as the umpires already blown the signal for the siren. So here they come now, the Warrandyte group, who will be pretty happy after that second term. They kicked the 3 goals to zip and now in a really good spot entering this third quarter. They're looking to remain undefeated for season 2026. As they're back out there in just a moment. Big game out here at Warrandyte Reserve. Of course, we've got plenty of scores around the grounds in Division 5. Nuttawading 32, the Basin 9. That game, the Bears looking for their first win. Nuttawading looking for their second. In Premier Division, Park Orchards leading Bronya 25-10. Vermont just about over there against Whitehorse 60-3 as the umpire holds the ball up. They're not going to give Warrandyte much time to get ready because we're all set for this third term. Back in the middle it goes again. The handball up in the air there from McCormack. They work this way on the far side. McCormack again. Last played at Donvale a couple of years ago. Tap forward there. Socket off the ground by Gowali. And here Bayswater trying to get this going back their own way. McCormack almost handballed it to herself. Does nicely. Now inside 50. 1-on-1. Riddell is in front position. Picked up nicely. The handball over the top. Got it off to Landy. Landy in towards the pocket. Was looking to get that to Ramsdale. It's out of bounds. It goes and we'll get a ball up right in the back pocket here for Warrandyte. Or for Bayswater. In fact, it's a Bayswater kick that came off hand. So it'll be Burns to take the kick out of their back line in the back pocket. Kick towards a teammate, but it's been picked off here by Rosram as she puts this towards the hot spot. Out of there is Stone. Picked up again by Landy. Handball over. And that kick, Burns happy to see it over for a behind, and that will move Bayswater, Warrandyte, should I say, for 4-7-31. Bayswater 1-1-7.
Minute 22 in. Plays on. It's up the line. Rolling ball goes out of play. Got to say as well, great service down here from the guys. They've got egg and bacon rolls. They've got steak sandwiches.
Well, you've got some connections down here.
Bucky and all the guys, they're doing a great job. So, awesome footy club down here at Warrandyte as the ball's wrapped up. Once again, inside that forward line. We'll do it again. Warrandyte really in command of this game at the moment.
Gentlemen, when you're ready, I've got a quick update from both coaches from halftime. You ready for it?
Go ahead, Kate.
Okay, Warrandyte, just with Lockie, he just needs the girls to focus on keeping the front half pressure up and to, rather than looking long, to keep lowering their eyes, to look for the shorter options to get clearer entrance into their forward 50. And for Bayswater, frustrating half on their behalf, just to increase their communication, be more one-on-one and just, be incredibly more consistent with their blocking.
Bit of a head clash on that far side as
with
Landy we'll get a stoppage here. Just saw Harrison out in the car park for Bayswater. It looked like she was going home, so I don't know if she's come back or if she was just grabbing something from the car, but that would be another loss for Bayswater as the free kick here will be given to the Waters as they'll move this down the line, trying to get a mark out of this one. Doing well was Barnes as this ball will be held up. Thank you. As we get a ball up, as we said, on that far side. Great contest here between two undefeated teams going into this one. Over the ball was Stone. And once again, the umpire says, give it to me. We'll do it again. Another ball up. Tap one again by Warrandyte.
Just quickly to your question, Ryan, number 5, Harrison, she could only play half a game due to work commitments.
There you go. As the free kick here being awarded to Bayswater in the back, and this will come back. So 4 minutes into this third term, no goal yet for either side of the quarter. Currently pretty handy 4-goal lead as under a bit of pressure. Tilly Hinson comes inside 50, tapping it in front, doing nicely. There was Reed, kept that ball alive. Cameron, or Cox should I say, couldn't get through that one. So we'll get a ball up inside their forward half. Need the first of this third term if they're to really challenge Warrandyte today and remain undefeated. Free kick here, coming back to Warrandyte. So they've been quite good today, have they? And out of defence there, McDonald finds a target. Doing nicely. Canty goes forward. And again, the mark is taken. Dean Carruthers, who puts this one towards the half-forward line. Slipped through hands. White's at the back. Went without it. Ends up finding the footy anyway. Can she get rid of it? Sock it off the ground. Umpire says play on. Involved again is Stone. Ball comes back out wide. And it's going to come back. So a big chance for Warrandyte here to go back inside 50 and through McCormack, who's been quite handy herself through the middle of the ground today. She'll put this one back inside forward 50. Can they get a mark out of this one? Riddell slipped through her hands. Truella chasing this one. Got a lot of Bayswater players to compete with here. As wrapping up in the tackle was Cameron. Still inside forward 50 though. 5 coming up to 6 minutes gone in this third term. 4:7:31 to 1:17. Tap down. Kicked away here with a quick clearance of Bayswater, but numbers behind the ball, including Newman for the Bloods. The handball back to Canty. Her kick down the line. Picked up nicely. That time by McDonald. Was looking to get it in the direction of Davies, but out of bounds, and Jenna White will take this kick. Oscar.
So White, high ball. All falls to the back. Tap to advantage. Locked in. Not going anywhere. Umpire will ball it up. Six minutes and 40 gone in the third term. 4:7:31 Warrandyte to Bayswater 1:17.
Quick injury update. Number 6, Landy for Warrandyte, still remains under trainer assessment.
Thanks for that, Kate. Back down. Chasing that one, McDonald. Goes short. Works in favour of Davies. Puts it inside, trying to find Vidaretti. Or Truella. Both of them doing well in that forward line for Warrandyte. Tries to put onto the boot, Davies, Molly. Inside 50. For Bayswater, the chase is on. Newman back there. Breaks away from the tackle. Puts it on the boot.
That would be...
Gouchy Fraser.
Yep. What an
kick.
effort.
Yeah, fantastic finish, and one they really needed to get one back on the board and keep themselves in this game. And a brilliant passage of play there for Bayswater. One of their best of the day so far, and just keeps them in touch. 2-1-13 to 4-7-31. So back to a 3-goal margin. The key here will be back-to-back goals and see if they can get this as the ball works its way back towards the middle of the ground. We'll get another ball up. So a nice one there for Gouchy Fraser, her first of the day as they win the tap out this time. Right in the middle there, it's McDonald. He's been impressive all day so far. Played the VFLW at the Falcons. Tap down one by the Waters. Stone wrapped up in the tackle. coming off a really good game last week against Baronia.
Gentlemen, have you noticed that there's a little bit more of a higher intensity with Bayswater and their tackling and their pressure at the moment that they've come back from half-time with?
Well, they have actually won themselves a free kick here for a high free kick, and they're going to move this on straight away through Tilly Hinson, who her kick was smothered, but she ends up with the footy anyway. The handball smothered as well. Diving onto this one. What's the umpire going to say? He's going to just let it play on for a moment before he balls it back up again. Back in the middle of the ground here, approaching the halfway mark of this third term. 4-7-31 Warrandyte, 2-1-13 Bayswater. The only goal coming in this third quarter the way of the Waters is this ball now towards the half-forward line. White did extremely well, and she's got a bit of space in front of her. She kicks this long towards the half-forward line. Doing very nicely was Cox. Kept it in front of herself. Got the handball off. Now they go inside 50. Bouncing ball. It fell into the hands of Vitoriti here for the Bloods. A clearing kick towards the boundary line. Might come back. And it bounced over the line. Trying to dive and get a hand to it first was Gaia Wally, but didn't quite manage to do that. So it will be last possession, and Bayswater will have another inside 50 if they can get this ball forward. Gouchy Fraser there. Got 2v1, and they've given away the free kick, and the free kick will be going back to Vitoriti for the Bloods. Right in front of the scoreboard out here at Warrandyte Reserve. She wants to take the game on through the middle of the ground. Wasn't a bad kick. It was a pretty good kick and might just work out. Doing really nicely was Heidi Pinder against two Bayswater players. Got hands to it in the first attempt and then was able to win out and bring this back towards the middle of the ground. Greenhill with the tap down. Kicked away by Cameron. Bouncing towards their forward half of the ground. Big pressure applied there by Stone. Got the tackle. Almost giving away a free kick there, Warrandyte. Nothing's done as this one back in towards the middle. Underneath this one, free kick has been awarded. It's coming back. The umpire, and that's Cox down behind play. But the ball will be back in the middle of the ground. We'll wait to see Cox back up on her feet, which is good. Going to be key in this second half if Bayswater can manage to pull off a comeback. Back towards the half-forward line, trying to trap that one, Vitoriti. Now send this one back down towards centre wing. Doing nicely, Tilly Hinson. Keeps this one alive, got the handball forward. Socket off the ground by Thomas. On that far side, we'll get ourselves a free kick here for Warrandyte, in fact, as Craigs takes this one.
So Craigs on the wing. Got options ahead of the contest. Ball coming back down to ground level. Socket towards that Bayswater bench. Around the footy, Zoe Barnes. Able to work this one out. Kick inside forward 50. Trying to come onto this one is Reed. 2-on-1. Tucked in the pocket, keeps it in play. Ball still there. Goes through.
Did really well just to be able to keep that alive. I know Warrandyte were good there to rush it over, but just gave themselves a chance as that moves Bayswater to 2-2-14. Warrandyte 4-7-31 as we'll get the kick in here through Vitoriti.
Quick injury update. Number 6, Landy, will be sitting out the rest of this quarter and possibly will be returning for fourth quarter pending a final assessment.
We'll see as this ball comes back and the mark taken by Stone. Been a good patch here for Bayswater as they go back in towards the pocket. They can get the next one. It's game on once again. Vitoriti been good this quarter. Was almost tripped up and wins herself the free kick. Tucked away in the back pocket here for Warrandyte. Her kick was smothered by Gouchy Fraser. Ball worked out okay back for Vitoriti. Bounced up to her. Her kick in towards a dangerous area. Barnes involved. Davies. Getting in there is Cameron. And we'll get a ball up once again, Oscar. But Bayswater been good this quarter.
13 minutes and 20 gone. 4-7-31. Warrandyte still in a commanding position. To Bayswater 2-2-14. A bit of work to do. Here's an opportunity for them. Cox. Can they work this one out? Cameron. Puts it onto the boot. chasing it, Reed. Ball comes out of play. So it'll be a ball up in the pocket, or a last touch rule. So
Be going the way of Warrandyte.
So Vaughan plays on. Couldn't quite take the mark there. Cox. Handball over to Barker. Around the contest. Tackled was Greenhill. Got the handball out. Sits here. Kick went straight into a teammate, Cox. And then wrapped up in the end is Davies in that tackle. So umpire will put it back up just outside the forward 50 for Bayswater. And it looks like she'll be coming off.
For assessment.
Put back up. Trying to escape to play a tackle.
Hopefully Cox will go back on because she has been a key player for Bayswater this game.
Chance here for Bayswater. Hinson was around it. Warrandyte trying to clear the footy. Whistle from the umpire.
Good chance here for Bayswater now. It's
big opportunity. So we'll go the way of Bayswater. It's going to go the way of Evelyn Bamford. Came from Ferntree Gully. She's got an opportunity here to get Bayswater back into this game. It's going to get there too. Bayswater still not out of this contest.
They really needed that goal, really needed it just to keep their momentum that they've had so far this quarter.
3-2-20 they now move to, and just starting to work their way back into this game. 4-7-31 Warrandyte, back to an 11-point margin. Of course, that got out to 4 goals at half-time, and there was a missed set shot just before the half-time siren, which would have extended it to almost 5 goals. So this has been a really, really good response from Bayswater. Back in the middle, can McDonald get this forward here for Warrandyte? Her handball is able to get a bit of territory. Quick kick forward. Now they go trying to get this one through Cameron. Ball held up here in the middle of the ground. 16.5 minutes gone, third term. Another goal here for Bayswater would really, really help going into three-quarter time. One the other way, and Warrandyte suddenly will remain in full control going into this final term. And they look to get this one, just slipped to the hands of Davies. And now a chance for the Bloods. Forward they go towards the half-forward line, bouncing in front of a few players, picked up nicely by White. And she's able to put this in the direction of Stone. Just dropped the mark, but did well enough to keep control of it. Got the handball off in time as they keep this one alive to Bayswater. Looked like they were going to be out there. McCormack got her hands out. Socket off the ground. Picked up nicely. And time by Young. McCormack involved. Handball back. As they move this one down towards their half-forward line through Ramsdale. Picked up here by Bayswater. Tracking this one across the line. Kept alive by Young. And now towards centre wing. Slipped through hands. McDonald involved. Doing well there with Tilly Hinson. Did nicely. Cameron, her handball back. They move this one down the line. One-on-one here. Big ball to be won. Doing quite nicely was Cox. The tackle applied by Higgins. McCormack's handball under a lot of pressure towards the boundary line. The tackle there from Cameron. And we'll get a ball up right in front of us. 2 minutes of play in this third term. It's 4-7-31 Warrandyte, 3-2-20 Bayswater. Both sides coming into this big clash undefeated. And we'll get a ball up right in front of us. Warrandyte just looking to control things here for the last couple of minutes. Haven't been able to have it all on their own terms in this quarter. The kick was affected, Oscar, and just looking at the clock now, 1:30. We'll see if there can be a goal kicked either way. We're probably about 75 out from the Warrandyte goals here.
Able to put it on the boot. Maybe one more chance for Warrandyte. Close to the boundary line once again. They're going to let it go out of play. So 4-7-31 to 3-2-20. Warrandyte still in front by 11. Ran into the tackle from Jones.
I think if you're Bayswater, though, you probably take the 11 points going into the final break.
Plenty of time as well to get that back. Davies chasing that one.
Their momentum have...
Here's an opportunity. Garwoli puts on the boot. Maybe one opportunity left in this quarter. Swings around. Ball fading away. In fact, kept in play. Maybe an opportunity still. Jones. They can't quite get it onto the boot. Big tackle. Ball falls out. Garwoli once again. Bayswater clear their lines again. Runs into trouble. Chance on goal. Vitoriti able to get it out. Desperation down there in the forward line. And that kick is going to save Bayswater going into the three-quarter time break. It's Warrandyte 4-7-31 to Bayswater 3-2-20, Ryan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan, I was just going to say great momentum to end on for Bayswater to take into that fourth quarter to see if they can reduce that 11-point trail that they have.
Well, they didn't concede a goal in that term and have got themselves back into this game. Three-quarter time here at Warrandyte Reserve. It's the Bloods leading by 11 points, 4-7-31 to 3-2-20 in this top-of-the-table clash between Warrandyte and Bayswater for the Deakin University Match of the Round. Welcome back to the Deakin University match of the round between Warrandyte and Bayswater. Three-quarter time here at the Blood Bank. It's the Bloods leading 4-7-31 to 3-2-20. Bayswater 11-point lead, but in that quarter, the Bayswater side kicked 2 goals to zip to really get themselves back in the game. It did get out to 4 goals earlier on, just before half-time. So they've just given themselves a bit of a chance here. If they can get the first of the last quarter, they might be able to really make this a grandstand finish. In this division as well, a couple of games being played at the moment. Norwood with the bye. Wanturna South, they will be the other side who will, with one of these two sides, remain undefeated after round 5. They're 79 to Baronia Gold 1. While Fair Park look to have their first win on the board. They're 49 to Eastern Devils zip. So they'll go forward and win their first game of the season. Great to see there for everyone down at Fair Park. The Lions doing quite well. Division 3, Churnside Pike, another side who'll get their first win of the season. They're leading Vermont Gold 55 to 14. Pretty handy lead going into the final term there. They'll walk away with the 4 points. Coldstream, Ferntree Gully. Cougars out to a good start, 17 to Ferntree Gully 15. So they've been able to turn things around there out at home as they lead. As we're going to hear Kate Green now with Matt Chapman, the Bayswater coach.
You're right there, Chappie. Okay, Chappie, in that last Talu, you said that for this quarter you were going to change things up. More run, more attack, more pace, that you were really pleased with the girls' pressure in that third quarter, which turned it around for you, and just for the girls to take chances. Would you like to expand a bit more on that?
Yeah, so what we're trying to get out is that there's no use just shutting down the game and having our style of the way we want it. We've got 2 small forwards now down there. We've got Tilly from the half-back flank. She's dangerous up forward. I've got a small ruck in there now, so we're trying to get a 5th on-baller happening. Hopefully the backs can shut it down and we move it forward quick and get it down to the 2 little forwards and hopefully get a score.
It's been a big turnaround from the first half of the game where you were a bit frustrated and the girls were a bit frustrated to that third quarter.
Yeah, first 2 quarters we allowed them to pick up the ball. Then we started reacting. And then no good running side. They're getting out the quick handball. So we tried to be first in, just shut that handball down and try and get a bit more blocks on and see what happens.
All the best for the rest of the game, Chappie.
Thank you.
Thanks there, Kate Green with Matt Chapman after a really good third term by Bayswater. Another big move, moving Jenna White down back. A couple times was able just to get plenty of run off that half back and set things up. As this ball moved forward, socket off the ground. Landy back out there for the Bloods. And a free kick here going the way of White. I was just speaking about her just before. It was a push in the back, and she wants to move this quickly. Back towards the corridor, looking for Stone. Out the back there was Burns. Did nicely. Warrandyte, though, their pressure. Able to hold this one up. Going forward there, Barker. Got rid of the ball just in time. Burns off the right boot. Bouncing forward. They gain a little bit of territory. Underneath this one is Newman for the Bloods, and going to be a big opening 5 minutes here for Bayswater. Would love to get the first one of this game, would Bayswater, as they burst through Cameron, her handball cut off. Now involved this time was Bamford, who kicked the last goal of the game for Bayswater.
Quick injury update. Number 6, Landy for Warrandyte, has been cleared to return for this quarter.
So we'll get a ball up back in the middle, almost a minute and a half into this final term, 4-7-31 to 3-2-20. Off the right boot forward here with Jones. Tapping in front of her, Riddell, and she kicked it into the umpire. It works out okay because the ball came back and now into the hands of Landy. She got her hands off as they go inside forward 50 once more. Trapping this along the boundary line. Rostron kept it alive and then puts it towards the hot spot. Plenty of Bayswater numbers around this one, but it falls into the lap of Craigs, who's wrapped up by White. Nothing called. Played on. And now Jenna White. Bit of time and space. She's been fantastic, has she again today. Playing more in the back half in this third and fourth terms. Ball comes back out to Burns. Under a lot of pressure. Got her hands off in time. We'll get a ball up. But Oscar, as soon as Landy's come back on the field, and they certainly missed her in that third term, and she's had a couple clearances already in this fourth quarter, looking really good.
And she's made a good impact on this game. Ball comes back down. Chance to go forward now. Through McCormack. Bouncing ball, it's going to go through. Warrandyte increase their lead out. 5-7-37 to 3-2-20. They lead. Bayswater in trouble.
Yeah, that's a really important goal for Warrandyte. Just to steady the ship after Bayswater have been really pushing hard in the last 20 or so minutes of this contest. And back to 17 points. That'll make it, as you said, very tough for Bayswater from here. And McCormack, who's been really good today and playing mainly in the midfield as she is right now.
But slightly
to be able to get...
Sorry, Brian. I was just going to say slightly quieter than what she normally is.
She got a handball off to Landy. Been really good of both of them. Cut off here by Jenna White. Got in front position. Ball comes back out. Now Warrandyte back inside 50 once more. Bouncing for Adele. Spun around off the right boot. Looking for goal number 4. Bounces through for just a behind. Move to 5-8-38 Warrandyte to 3-2-20 Bayswater. An even 3-goal margin. We're approaching the 4th minute of this final term, Oscar.
Bringing it back into play here. Carroll able to find the mark. Goes straight up the line. Can't quite get it. McCormack once again. Smothered off the boot. Still trying to get this forward now. Set upon was Landy. So it's going to go her way. Soraya Landy puts it inside 50. Rolling ball. Can't quite get it to sit. Rostron. In the end, Riddell gets it back. Riddell again puts it on the boot. Touched off the hands. Right in front of the goals. We'll have a ball up. 4 minutes. And 45 gone.
I have to say that the combination of number 3 Gowaldi and number 6 Landy for Warrandyte has been pivotal for this game.
They have been key players. As this ball comes out, trying to clear their lines, Bayswater. Round it. Barnes. Ball stuck in there. Higgins underneath it. Put back up by the umpire. Cleared out. One-on-one contest. Did well, but wrapped up in the end there. Pinned up. Another stoppage.
Just quickly, the wind has picked up from being nothing to now having some kind of effect. It's blowing from the tennis court end towards the Warrandyte shops ends.
Stuck underneath that one, Hinson. He put back up by the umpire. 6 minutes gone. 5-8-38 to 3-2-20. Warrandyte still leading this contest. Bayswater still a bit of work to do. Molly Davies. Then it came out to Bamford. Now chasing this one is Reid. Sockers it forward. Still Reid chasing it. 2 on her, push in the back. Umpire doesn't call it. Canty in there for Warrandyte. Umpire will bowl it up in the pocket. So, put back down. We'll do it again. Was tackled on this occasion is Gouchy Fraser. Puts it on the boot, and she's tackled, will go out of bounds on the full. So it'll be taken by Chanel Vitoriti. Wants to move it quickly. Goes short, able to find the mark. Now a chance for Warrandyte to run up the wing in the direction of Rostron. Wrapped up there was Carroll. with the fend off. Gets it back to McCormack. Tackled by Molly Davies. Wrapped up is pinned up. Be another ball up on this near side. Pinned up. McCormack. Can't quite gather. Ball falls out the back. Pinder again. Umpire will put it back up again. Very evenly matched in this last quarter. Tap comes out to McCormack. Once again, McDonald around that contest. Numbers there for Bayswater, wrapped up in the end. Another ball up in the middle of the ground, Ryan.
So 8.5 minutes gone in this fourth term. Just the one goal kicked in this last quarter and went the way of Warrandyte. 5-8-38 now to 3-2-20 Bayswater. Pretty commanding 3-goal lead as Cameron puts it on the boot forward. Here's Cox. This might work out okay. Over the top. Gouchy Fraser's there. It's a one-on-one. Can she get there first? It's chased by Newman. Gets past Gouchy Fraser. Does she? Just gets her kick off in time. Under a lot of pressure. And they're able to potentially escape their back half. Came off hands. Vitteridge again. And we'll get a ball up inside 50. It was a one-on-one, and Newman was certainly good there because she was under a lot of pressure. But they've been able to hold this up now. 9.5 minutes gone final term. The Bloods leading by 3 goals. Been an entertaining clash between the two undefeated sides of Division 4. Alongside Wanturna South, who are big winners today over Bronya. Warrandyte look to join them unless Bayswater can pull off at least 3 goals in the final 10 minutes of this game. Wrapped up just outside the forward 50 here. They're still not just done yet, but they're going to need one pretty quickly to Bayswater. Burns tapped it down. Stone. Cameron involved. Cameron got it off. Heinsohn's kick towards the bouncing ball. Just did not work out that well. Just went away from goals. And collecting her own kick, she's able to now put this towards goal. Bouncing ball still alive. Under a bit of pressure. Gouchy Fraser got through the tackle. Off the right boot. This would have been a fantastic finish, but just a minor score. That moves Bayswater to 3-3-21. Warrandyte 5-8-38. 10.5 minutes gone. Final term, Oscar.
It was a good opportunity for Bayswater to get something out of it. Can they get it back forward? Socket off the deck. Able to collect on this occasion is Barnes. She's tackled. Umpire calls play on. Davies around the contest. Wrapped up in the end is Soraya Landy. Ball will be put back up in the middle of the ground. Burns went up in the contest. Tackled. Umpire. Cole's holding the ball. So Bayswater able to get an opportunity through Katie Cameron on the left. Inside 50, front and centre. In that one was Rostrom.
Not paid the mark.
Wow, that is...
That
free kick
surprises
as
me.
well. There was a free kick on.
So Georgia Power from Ringwood in 2024 sets it up. Vitteridge at the back. Around it is Hinson. I think that's gone out of bounds on the full there. Big call from the umpire. So,
Just on a side note with those umpires, I said in first quarter they look like they're related, or they're not. They're just good mates.
well, it is mates round, as Ryan said earlier. Goes short, finds McDonald. Goes short to Garwoli. She's got Carruthers up the line. Ball falls short. Trying to get around that one. Pinned up. And now Able to escape through Natalie McDonald once again. Canty. Big tackle laid. McDonald once again having good effect on the contest.
They've just done well enough to hold things up here, Oscar, because they've just been able to get some time off the clock.
Puts it inside power to space. Hinson. Chases on Hinson. Able to collect. Ball comes wide. Goes out of play, so it'll be brought back in by Alice Garwoli.
So Garwoli in the back pocket here for the Bloods to bring the kick in here. There's not long to go now. It's 6.5 minutes left in this final term. There's her kick. There's a 25-minute penalty, it looks like, so she'll take that kick again and just gain a bit of territory here for the Bloods as ball will come back here.
Unfortunately, Garwoli for Bayswater stepped across into the spacing.
Short kick forward. Turned over. Stone did well. Kept her in front. Kept this one alive. Inside their forward half of the ground. Ball comes back out. It might go the other way now. Storming through the middle of the ground here. It's Riddell all by herself. Got a lot of space in front of her. Kicking it towards full forward. Trying to get there first was Davies. Bayswater under a lot of pressure here. Able to hold this one up. Riddell again now moving forward. Gets through the tackle off the right boot. How's the bounce? Standing in the way there for Bayswater. Clearing kick out towards the boundary line. Still in play. And the umpire says, give it to me. So 14.5 minutes gone in this final term. 5-8-38 Warrandyte, 3-3-21 Bayswater. The Bloods, Oscar, are going to remain undefeated in Division 4 after round 5. So great start for them. This is their 4th in a row.
It is. They've just been on top of this contest. Their mids have worked hard all day. And good reward for effort. Umpire blows the whistle. He's going to have it back.
Gentlemen, we've got quite a few players that could be BOG today, so it's going to make it tough.
Able to get around that one. Locked in was Power. It's going to be called holding the footy, I think. So chance for Warrandyte. Looks inside 50. Good mark from Cameron at the back. Looking to clear this one. And good mark taken. So Bayswater doing well in these dying minutes, trying to get the ball forward. Able to get it out, close to the boundary line. Kick comes away, not as far as Garwoli. Once again at the back for Warrandyte. Looks short. Couldn't find Rostron. And it is going to go Bayswater's way. Georgia Power.
Bit of confusion there,
yeah,
too.
A bit of confusion. It's going to go Warrandyte's way, I believe, though. So it will go, I believe, to Rostron. Into the pack. Good mark taken. Inside 50. All on her own. Alexic couldn't take the mark. Able to clear up, though. Put on the body. White chasing it. Set upon by Landy. And it's going to go Bayswater's way. 4 minutes left, or just under, on the clock. Front and centre. Ava Radel has been brilliant all day. Looks wide. Can't quite find McDonald. Another standout player in this game. 5-8-38 Warrandyte. 3-3-21 Bayswater trail this game. Put back up in the pocket. Molly Davies in there for Bayswater. Put onto the boot. Gouchy Fraser. clearing it. Can't quite keep it in play. So umpire will ball it up again. Be about 2 minutes left on the clock. Put back down. Tackled. Gets a handball out. Carroll. McCormack. Rattle. Inside 50. Maybe one last opportunity in this game for Warrandyte to score. Umpire's going to wrap it up again. So the game's just slowed down a bit in these last few minutes with a couple of stoppages. Maybe a chance. Davies. Good tackle. Comes out to Vaughan. Puts it on the boot. Front and centre. Top of the square. And another opportunity for Warrandyte
McDonald
to increase their lead. Natalie McDonald played at the Darebin Falcons last year in the VFLW. Makes no mistake this time. And in the dying minutes of the game, Warrandyte increased their lead. How about that one, Ryan?
Yeah, absolutely. And good reward for her effort today because she's been one of the big contributors for Warrandyte. That moves them out to 6-8-44 now. And they've been the better side for the day. They had a really dominant second term kicking down this end of the field. And they've just been able to run away with this one and really put themselves in a good spot after round 5. 4-0, as they said. They've still yet to play Wantirna South, which will be another fascinating game. But I think they'll take away a lot of learnings out of this one. Both sides' wills. We're back in the middle again. Out of the middle is Cameron. Her kick towards half forward. Bounced into the lap of Reed as they go inside 50 towards the boundary line. That one just staying alive, kept in play. Vitteretti here for the Bloods. She kicks it down the line, one-on-one. There's one here by Bayswater as the siren sounds for full time out at Warrandyte Reserve. 6-8-44 the Bloods, 3-3-21 Bayswater. A 23-point win for the home side who remained undefeated in season 2026. 4-0 as they will celebrate this one on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And a good contest between the two sides, Oscar. We saw a bit of both. Bayswater were a bit slow in that second term, which in the end probably cost them. They gave away the 3 goals, I think, in that quarter. And in the end, that's probably the difference.
They looked good in that third term. They looked like they were maybe coming back and they might have had a sniff at it. But that last quarter, Warrandyte controlled them really well. And such a great side, great experience, and some good players coming up for Warrandyte. From the juniors, they've got great depth in their side, and a good win for them today against a really good side in Bayswater as well, it has to be said.
Yeah, absolutely, and their top players really stood out. You know, I think that was the first time we've seen Ava Riddell on a match of the round, and she kicks the 3 goals, and you can just tell like how skillful of a player she is. She could be playing some really high division football. The way she's playing, and she's outstanding. We thought obviously Landy was really important for the Bloods, and you know I don't think it's a coincidence that the third term she comes off the ground and Bayswater get a bit more of a run on, particularly in the middle of the ground, and really start to impress as we go down to the boundary.
Who would you like me to grab?
Whoever you like, your choice.
Number 23, seeing she was most powerful.
Yeah, if they're about to run off the field, so you might be out of luck. But see how you go, as they're already coming off, Kate. So that's all right. We'll leave it there. But Kate, your final thoughts on the game? You can get Lockie Richardson if he's there, or you've got him.
No, I got Lockie to call out to 8. Okay, I'm just handing over the mic and headphones to her.
You can walk over with her as well to make sure she doesn't miss out on the song. And I believe we've got Ava with us now. Ava, congratulations. Fantastic result for the club and for you as well. I thought you were fantastic. Great result today.
Yeah, thank you. It was a great game. difficult for both sides, so I really enjoyed the contest. It was awesome.
Absolutely. Obviously a big result for the side, and coming up against a Bayswater side who were undefeated as well. How did you find, obviously, the matchup? It's probably your toughest opposition yet, and the side really were challenged, particularly in that third quarter, but responded as well.
Yeah, it was pretty difficult, but I think all of us really worked together and stayed strong, so helped us throughout the game.
And your own performance as well. You kicked the 3 goals and looked quite lively. But how are you finding it at the moment? Because you've had a fantastic start to the season. I think you've already hit past 10 goals for the year, so in really, really good form.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Love getting around on the footy, hitting the forward line, so keep it up.
Absolutely. I know the girls are already in there, so we will let you go and make sure you get there to sing the song. Congratulations on the side's win and your performance again.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Ava. Probably the best on ground, I think we thought, with today's performance between her. Obviously, Landy was really good. Garwali had plenty of the football, but a really good win for the Bloods. And we're going to finish up here as we pack up. But Kate Green, thank you down at ground level for today's game. A good win here for Warrandyte.
Thanks, Ryan. You and Oscar did a brilliant job. I'm just thinking when we're moving forward, it's looking like the top 3 are pretty much consolidated. Turner South, Warrandyte and Bayswater. So we're in for a good comp between these 3 top teams.
Yeah, definitely think they'd lock them all in for finals. A big thanks to Megan Green behind the camera again. We'll be off to Donvale today after this. Oscar, great to have you on board again on a Saturday.
Thanks, Ryan.
As we hear the song, we might even just get this now. And there's the song from the Warrandyte change rooms below us. A big result for the Bloods. They remain undefeated in 2026, 4-0, as they walk away with a 23-point win, 6-8-44 to 3-3-21.